Ladies and gentlemen, people of all ages, the adventure never ends, it never dies, the farm continues. Moo, says Nijisanji as I milk it. There has been quite the insane update. Hirohei made this little short video covering it. I have a lot more information about it, so I felt like this is something I needed to cover. A very disturbing Nijisanji contract was just revealed. This is what I'm here for, baby. I've come to notice that the entire Nijisanji drama has just been an entire freaking conga line of vindication moments for me, okay? I didn't leak it. I knew about this. You must be so proud of me. Listen, chat, if you are not smashing like in pride of me right now, you are doing something so incredibly wrong. We are going into this video as a wee person sitting on the toilet, excited to see updates, but you will end this video as a new man. You will end this video different than you started it. And the reason is simple. It's because I told you. You are going to begin to see and begin to witness the insane depths that I have gone to in this space. Oh, this is gonna change everything. This is one of the biggest bombshells in Nijisanji history, and the fact that no one talked about this until now is because it was private. I mean, I sort of talked about it until now, but literally, you are going to lose your shit.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope you've been having a great weekend.
Thank you, Hirohei. I have been having a great weekend.
Apologies about not having any
Hard to sleep though, because Sneeko's girlfriend is having a orgy up there above me. It's so loud, but you know.
Video out yesterday. We had a special event over at our Muay Thai Academy.
Pro casual flex. Yeah, I didn't have the time to upload weeb videos yesterday. I was busy doing Muay Thai. All right, dude.
Pretty much took up all my time yesterday. Without further ado, a very interesting post over on our titled
Yes, sir. Yes!
Sanji gave Zaion 3 hours to mutually leave.
I am literally, listen closely, my brethren. This is what I have been, this is one of the many things that I was waiting for, okay? There are so many things that I want to leak, all right? Listen, I know way more shit than I have any right to know. Just because, not because I do like crazy snooping work or anything, literally not snooping work. It's purely out of me helping friends out of sticky situations. I end up learning about crazy shit. This is one of those crazy shits that I didn't leak. I am so proud. Everyone that says that I would leak shit for clout, so obviously if I'm not leaking, that means I don't know it. My brothers, my friends, living proof.
We'll play the clip. First, some more context.
All right,
DOP saying, Nijisanji gave her a contract and had only 3 hours to sign it if she wanted to leave on mutual terms. Zaion sent it to her lawyer, but there was not enough time to wait for a reply. Asked for more time to consult with her lawyer, but they refused. Deadline passes and she doesn't sign it. Suddenly, they throw another 3 hours after the deadline. Finally, Zaion got to chat with her lawyer, who confirmed it's just a silencing gig and not worth signing. Zaion asked what she's getting for signing it, said it would be better for your future. 3 hours passed, she doesn't sign, so they dropped the termination notice with all the smearing bullet points in it. Here's your VOD, link with the timestamp.
So before actually watching the link, let me put this into correct terms for you. Let's go back in time, all right? We go back in time to a time where the world is beautiful and nice, and Nijisanji is one of the most beloved VTuber agencies of all time. In this wonderful time period that is not at all fiction, but was actually reality, hard as it is to believe right now, there was a VTuber by the name of Zaion Lanza. She got herself into a bit of hot water with some edgy jokes here and there, and eventually she was terminated to the public, where a massive bullet point list of crimes came out that she has done as to why they banned her. They banned her for risking the entire company's ability to continue, putting every single streamer at risk, making streamers feel uncomfortable. They included things like violating copyright numerous times, not listening to management, constantly disobeying management when she was told to do or not do certain things. It was a laundry list of crimes that made her out to look like she was Hitler 2 Electric Boogaloo. That was literally the point of the list. It also said like inappropriate comments to minors or stuff like that, like in reference to bad jokes she's made in streams. I might be misremembering that or confusing that with someone else, but the laundry list of crimes was so massive, the amount of hate she got when she was fired was absolutely insane, and no one supported her because she was on the losing side of this whole thing. Niji blasted her, she didn't respond, the public took Niji's side, because of course Nijisanji was in such an amazing light and reputation at the time. Everyone threw her under the bus, except one man. This is why I've been screaming Vindication, okay? I have been Team Sayu since day freaking one. When the laundry list of crimes came out, dude, it makes what they said about Selen, when they fired Selen, was literally nothing compared to how bad they made the termination notice for Zaion. So whatever. So the first thing I do is I reach out to make sure she's okay. But whatever. But I don't want to get into what happened behind the scenes, because again, you know me, I am a chaotic force of observance. I will sit here and watch and cackle and laugh. I will do shit behind the scenes. However, I don't leak. This is the Nux rule. Everything that goes through me is confidential if it's in private. I don't leak nothing. I comment on public stuff. However, I did mention in the past that there is a secret special Nijisanji contract that they don't tell you about. There's the Niji contract that VTubers sign when they join the agency, and there's another threatened Nijisanji contract that they need to sign before leaving the agency. When they terminate a talent, before they actually do anything and post the termination notice, here's Nico's girlfriend upstairs getting annihilated. But the point is, before posting the termination notice, they give the VTubers a something to sign, basically a silencing shit. And if they don't sign this thing that they are going to be silenced and never going to say a word and everything, Nijisanji is going to blast you publicly on such a massive scale you will have nowhere to come back to, which is kind of what looked like it happened to Sayu. Now, let's see, before we even see the Sayu, let's see the Sayu clip before I show you something insane. All right, let's see the Sayu clip where she actually talks about this.
Sorry, it was me sending it to my friends, asking them if I should sign it, what they thought. And then I sent it to my
her friends.
Lawyer, but because what happened was there was no time. There was no time to send it to my lawyer and get them to answer before the time was up. So I was asking friends, and then I was like, can I at least have time to ask my lawyer? And they were like, nah, the time limit is here. And I was like, okay, well, shit. And then so I eventually went to the lawyer, and I eventually got to tell him after the time limit, after I asked them for an extension. I was like, please, can I have an extension to look at it a little bit longer? And then
something else she fails to mention here to make it sound even worse than it actually was in her description. They sent her this, okay, maybe this is, they sent her this contract in middle of the night. They sent it in Japanese time, which was in middle of the night in the United States, and they gave her 3 hours. Go find a lawyer at 3 a.m., okay? Okay, if you're Jewish, maybe you have an uncle or two that can help you out. But most people don't just have lawyers in their back pockets that they can just pull out in middle of the night. And then they give you a crazy time limit, and if you don't sign it by that time limit, they're gonna blast you and flame you. Now, their goal is obviously to scare you to death by the impending cancellation, so you're just gonna sign the contract and be like, oh god, please don't cancel me, and completely butt-fuck me publicly, and also literally seal their fate for the future. That's the plan. Nijisanji is so much more manipulative and vindictive than people, I think. People think that they don't care about their talents from like a state of negligence. It's worse than a state of negligence. They are manipulative to the point of vindictiveness. The way they knew that Dokibird tried to end her own life twice, and yet constantly kept laying on shit again and again and again, releasing the public statement the same time that she was live on her stream playing Neopets, publicly dragging her when they knew she was in a mental hospital. Or maybe it was actual hospital due to mental. Well, not the point. The point is they are vindictive with this shit. They send you contracts that they know you won't be able to show a lawyer, so you'll just be scared of getting canceled, so you'll sign it. It's terrifying, these levels of manipulation.
They were like, no.
Did they give the same option to Doki? So I don't know. My guess is yes.
And then when I asked for the 3-hour extension and the time had reached the time, I was like, I'm doomed anyway. They're gonna release the announcement, and it's just gonna say like we didn't.
Literally doomed. Literally doomed.
Mutually leave. And then they said, then when I reached the limit, the time, they said, okay, you asked for a 3-hour extension, fine, here you go. And I'm like, you're giving it to me now after we reach the time limit and I haven't signed it?
Of course that's why they do it. It's all emotional manipulation. They want her to sign. That's the number one thing they want. They want her to sign this thing. And they know that realistically, no lawyer would advise her it's a good idea to sign it. So they want her to sign this thing. So they're gonna do any form of pushing different pressure points in order to get her to sign this paper that basically gag orders herself so that she can never speak about anything publicly. So that maybe Nijisanji won't make some massive public statement disavowing her, but Nijisanji will look like the good guys, and then different Nijisanji talent will talk about how they were uncomfortable about Zaion here and there, a little bit here, a little bit there, without an official centralized public statement, and the world would hate her anyway, and she literally could not even talk about any of this because she's under that gag order. People don't recognize exactly how like manipulative and massive this is.
Is this how desperate you are to get me to sign it?
Yes.
And that's when I finally gave it to my lawyer, and then I just declined it.
So yeah,
that's finally when the lawyer woke up, because this was in middle of the night, let me remind you. Finally got in contact with the lawyer, and the lawyer was like, why the fuck would you sign this? Oh, because they're gonna post a cancellation thread publicly. Okay, but this is your future we're talking about.
if that's how that all went down, a 3-hour-long stipulation to sign a document that's potentially life-changing, that seems like something that would be put there specifically to not give her a chance to have her attorney look it over before signing it.
Interesting game theory you have there, Mr. Hirohei.
Pretty underhanded stuff. Let me know what you guys think about that, all in the comments. And thank you for tuning in. As always, appreciate you. And thank you, Sayu, for the information. And
now, because I wanted to let you know a thing or two about this situation without actually leaking stuff or leaking any people that were actually involved, let me show you a certain clip from my video. All right, this is a video of mine talking about lawyers' coverage of Nijisanji and stuff. I want to show you this 1-minute clip of my video, and you'll tell me if it means anything different to you right now. And anything, people would have thought they were in the wrong. So they wanted to fire Selen, come out talking about how Selen is a bad person, and then Selen can't breach the contract by talking bad. That's just a theory, a game theory.
This goes to her lawyer, this goes to her, right? That's about it.
So they get different contracts. Okay, again, listen, I'm not allowed to know this shit, and I don't. This is all speculation, all right? I'm gonna pull a 39 daff here and just speculate. They don't get the same...
It wasn't speculation.
Contract for termination that the public gets. They get an actual different one. And the different one includes signing some things or else they'll make your life even worse. They give you a timeline on when you're allowed to sign shit, and then if you don't sign that shit, they make your life harder. This is not what the talent gets when they get fired. When I made that video and I said that, people clipped that clip and said that I'm wrong. Right? They said, how dare you allege these things about Nijisanji? Let me just say, Nijisanji defender head ass is still out there saying that, like, how could I say this? I'm just making the company look worse for no reason. And yeah, I mean, even the Nijisanji talent doesn't know about this stuff either. So I said something that a lot of Niji talent was completely unaware of is a real thing too. Because when Nijisanji gives the second secret contract with the timeline to the talent before firing them that they need to sign and have a time limit, obviously no one knows that's a real thing. No one knows that's actually gone out. So everyone was out there really quick to call me out for this, basically saying that, hey guys, turns out you're evil and you're just painting them in an even worse light than they are. You're coming down their throats for no reason. This is speculation. Well, Vindication! I'm just saying. How did he know? You'll come to realize that while I don't actually leak shit in regards to specific people, and my number one priority has always been to protect humans, okay? Like, from the big evil megacorps. It's something that I've been doing for a very, very long time in my YouTube career. Obviously, Sayu's privacy is worth so much more to me than a banger hit piece video on Nijisanji, okay? Which is why I would never ever say that this is Sayu. So now that Sayu actually herself kind of leaked this stuff, now I'm more than happy to talk about it since it's in the public light. And since it's in the public eye, and since it's a public discussion point. I will, however, not fail to mention certain things that I think are relatively important or prudent to at least be somewhat cognitive of in regards to what the depths of how Nijisanji would act in certain situations. So that's why I'm gonna mention this stuff without necessarily leaking anything. You will notice the depths and intricacies of my knowledge is far beyond the scope of what you can even dream. But I don't leak shit. So pay attention to the random underhanded statements that I might say in middle of innocuous videos like this include signing some things, or else they'll make your life even worse. Signing extra things that aren't the contract. They give you a timeline on when you're allowed to sign shit, and then, wow, Sayu had a 3-hour time limit before having to sign this in the middle of the night, or else she would get blasted and flamed. If you don't sign that shit, they make your life harder. This is not what the talent gets when they get fired.
Well, here's the kicker.
So it turns out I was 1,000,000,000% correct. Like, more correct than you could even dream. The Vindication train keeps riding. Again, this isn't me trying to say that you shouldn't second guess what I say. You should absolutely second guess what I say. However, take with a grain of salt that I might be right. And always ask yourself this question when I do this. Does this sound like, even if there isn't necessarily evidence and I'm speaking from personal experience, does this sound like something that Nijisanji would do? And the answer is yes. Give extra secret contracts to silence people? Yes, that is literally right up their portfolio's style. So anyway, this was me going on my little Vindication arc. I'm actually happy we get to talk about this publicly now. And it's not because I leaked it. This is the ultimate Nux W. Be able to talk about it publicly, get vindicated on the timeline, and I didn't leak anything myself. I remain leak-free, airtight, my ship is not sinking, and I wish I could say the same for a certain multicolored VTuber agency in Japan. So, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for enjoying. That's mega fucked up that they give you the secret thingy. Have yourself a most wonderful evening. Pants unsoiled, shit not leaked. Stay weird, fam. If you made it to the end, click one of these 2 videos, which also will definitely get me canceled. See you live on Kink. Stay weird, fam.